Hi everyone, I'm David Wojcik and this is MBOT TV. Stories we covered this week: Mississauga residents tell us how they feel about living in the city of Mississauga. MBOT gets the highest rating at the Canadian Chamber of Commerce AGM in St. John. WSIB has great news for insured businesses, and MBOT readies for an all-candidates debate on federal election issues. Welcome to MBOT TV, a weekly recap of what happened in business at the Mississauga Board of Trade and around the city of Mississauga. Let's dive in. The Canadian Chamber of Commerce held its annual general meeting in beautiful St. John, New Brunswick this year. St. John is celebrating its 200th anniversary as a city. Your Mississauga Board of Trade attended and presented two resolutions to the membership. One that asked the federal government to consider flow-through shares as a means of financing innovation companies. The second resolution asking for an overhaul to the National Occupation Codes of Canada, and this resolution received a 100% adoption rate. MBOT's resolution was one of a handful that received this level of acceptance. If you want to stay up to date on current issues affecting business leaders, tune into Your Business on Saga 960 AM. Fridays at 11 a.m., a one-hour business show where I interview industry experts on everything from motivating employees to boosting your bottom line. You can also listen online at www.saga960am.ca. Still to come is our upcoming events listing with Stephanie Giorgio, but first, here's Brad Butt with our political update. Brad?
Well, thanks, David. Well, let's start off with some good news. In a recent citizen satisfaction survey, it showed 89% of Mississauga citizens rated their quality of life in the city as excellent or good, while 81% of citizens are satisfied with the programs and services provided by the city. The survey gives residents a platform to share, voice, and measure their satisfaction with municipal services, city operations, customer service, and service delivery. While October is Small Business Month in Mississauga, a time to celebrate and acknowledge the contributions that Mississauga's aspiring entrepreneurs and business owners make to the local economy and the community at large. Bonnie Brown, the Director of Economic Development, said, "Starting and operating a business is not an easy feat. Our small business community is thriving and is responsible for hiring over 180,000 workers," she said. Small businesses continue to be important to our community. In fact, the number of small businesses has grown by 9.8% over the last 3 years. The Greater Toronto Airports Authority released its first airport workplace survey last week, showing Pearson provides a strong and stable work environment with opportunities for employee growth and development, and this is reflected in employee satisfaction and attitudes towards working at the airport. Pearson's employees are diverse in terms of age, immigration status, ethnicity, education levels, and family makeup. Employees view Pearson as a workplace that provides opportunity for advancement and career growth. The majority of employees believe that Pearson provides not only a good job today, but also opportunity to grow and advance. And although they express a desire to advance from their current jobs, they want to stay at the airport in their next role. Ontario's Workplace Safety and Insurance Board is ending its unfunded liability charge, leading to a $607 million reduction in costs to business, the Minister of Labour, Monty McNaughton, said. This is good news for employers and employees across the province. This money will lead to investments in new jobs, technology, and health and safety programs, the minister concluded. Ontario is modernizing services related to the province's building code to help speed up the construction of new housing and building projects. Better services, up-to-date tools, and new resources will help people better understand and meet building code requirements while maintaining the same high standards for public safety. Steve Clark, the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, said, "For many years, the building sector and the public have been calling on government to do a better job of providing a range of services related to the building code. We are proposing some solutions and are launching a consultation to find out what people think," the minister concluded. The speed at which building permits and other approvals are received on construction projects has long been a concern raised by MBOT members. And finally, MBOT will host an all-party debate for the federal election on Tuesday, October the 15th. This event is open to members, or you will also be able to join through a live stream link. Back to you, David.
Thanks, Brad. And now for our upcoming events listing with Stephanie Giorgio. Stephanie.
Thanks, David. And here's what's coming up at your Mississauga Board of Trade. On October 9th, join us at Dixie Curling Club for Good Morning Mississauga. Meet up to 100 potential business clients, partners, and suppliers before the start of your workday. Don't forget to book a speaker spot. Where else can you make 100 cold calls in just 2 minutes? Join us on October 23rd at Braben Golf Course for breakfast with Honorable Laurie Scott, Minister of Infrastructure. Join us for an overview of the government's plan on infrastructure with particular emphasis on the Greater Toronto Area. On October 30th, we have breakfast with the president of the beer store, Ted Moroz. Join us at Markland Golf Course for a new series, The Corner Office. On October 24th, Mississauga hosts its annual Small Business Week Showcase. This year, it will be held at the Renaissance by the Creek. MBOT Small Business Week Showcase is a celebration of entrepreneurs and their contribution to Mississauga's economy. And on our biggest night of the year, MBOT and the Mississauga business community celebrate Mississauga businesses, entrepreneurs, young professionals, and businesses of all kinds at our annual MBOT Business Awards of Excellence. Who will win? Join us on November 14th at the Mississauga Convention Center for a magical evening. Purchase your tickets today. Back to you, David.
Thanks, Stephanie. If you have any questions about how to make a nomination for our Awards of Excellence, register for an event, increase awareness for your business, or have your company featured on MBOT TV, contact your membership services manager by calling 905-273-6151 and press 0 to get connected. Details about these stories and events are available at www.mbot.com. Until next week, this is David Vorchik, wishing you continued success in your business.